We can keep it pushing. Okay, so what's keeping you single? We can come back and analyze all their things that keep them single. So for you, men are too lustful. For you, men are tornadoes and drug use. What about you? What's keeping you single?
I just want to focus on myself and what I have to take care of before I get into a relationship or.
Okay, let's go through this then. In your hierarchy of needs or hierarchy of prioritization, go over your top 5 things, because clearly a relationship isn't number 1. So what is it, and where does the relationship fall?
Top 3.
Top 3.
I gave 5 because the men is probably at the bottom.
Okay.
My priorities?
Top
Yeah,
5.
your top 3 priorities, yeah.
Okay. Well, God, my money, my family, making sure I have my stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
And men is still not in the top 5.
Okay, so it's all the way at the bottom, right?
Yeah, it's like maybe 12.
Really, nigga?
All right, fair. Okay, let me ask you this then. Do you have high standards?
I do have high standards.
So, if you have high standards, wouldn't it behoove you to put men at a higher number in the prioritization list?
No.
If you're demanding a certain caliber of man, don't you think they're going to demand something back in return?
And that's why I don't want to be in a relationship right now, because I know the person that is going to pursue me. I want to have my stuff together because I know I'm going to ask for a lot.
Okay, explain having yourself together in your eyes.
She thinks money, career.
Get my money right.
Okay. Do you, and you're 24 years old, do you,
I called it. I don't know why women think men are looking at them for the money. They always say, oh, I'm single right now because I don't have myself together. I need to get the money. The man who's looking for you, like, they work on things that men don't care about. If she said, I'm not a good cook yet, I'm trying to learn how to cook. If she says, I'm not feminine as I want to be. If she said, I'm not in good shape, but they never mention things men want.
more appealable partner in the future?
It may or may not.
Do you think you have more sexual market value to men now or later on when you're older and have your money right?
Both. Because I'm going to be bad still when I'm older.
Okay.
Okay.
Bad looking.
So you think that men have a vested interest in your ability to earn money?
It's not for a man. It's for myself.
Oh, it's for yourself.
Like, it's not because why would I want a man that I would have to take care of? Obviously, a man is going to.
So you want a provider?
Yes.
All right.
All
What's
women
the
want a
bare
provider.
minimum that he's got to make for you?
The bare minimum?
Yeah, annual, or you can say monthly.
I don't think it's a price because there are some men.
Come on, man. You just said money
Okay,
matters, so give me a number.
No, I can't give you a number because there are men that have it and still won't do it. Then you have men that don't have it and will do it.
What will do it for you, lifestyle wise? 100K, 200K a year,
50K, 60K.
What is he might be watching right now. You never know.
Yeah, never know.
Say it.
If you have high standards, there's got to be some type of range that you have.
You never know.
Yeah, never know.
I just don't think it's a number.
All right, so yachts every
Really,
weekend.
She's lying because every woman has a number. But women have learned that if they say 6 figures, the men are gonna crush her. But she has a number. If I told her I have $1 million or I make $1 million a year, she would say yeah. She would say yeah. So she has a number. She's lying.
What's up? Like clubs every
Somebody
day?
somebody who can afford to live in Miami.
Yeah. Like what's up? Like what state?
It could be Miami, it could be New York, it can be wherever.
Oh, it's in New York, Manhattan?
Manhattan.
Oh,
That's-
So let me be very blunt about this. This is why we've had arranged marriages for so long, because women are fucking stupid. This is precisely the problem with modern day women. You want a higher caliber guy that's attractive, that checks off a bunch of boxes. However, he's not even in your list of boxes in your prioritization. So let me get this straight. If someone dunks your head underwater, right, what's the first thing that you're going to try to do? You're going to fight to try to get up so you can get some oxygen, right? You're going to fight tooth and nail to get that oxygen. People only do things when they need to do it, all right? If you only want to do it, you're not going to do what's required to get it, right? If someone is diabetic and they know they're going to die, all of a sudden they're going to start eating healthy, watch their sugar intake, watch their calories, exercise, all these different things. But if you only want to do it, well, are you going to still stick to the diet plan? Are you still going to go to the gym and train hard? Probably not. And the problem with modern day women is you guys only want men. You don't need men. And then they're at the bottom of the prioritization list. So here's my thing. Let's say you do find this guy, checks all the boxes, right? Why the hell is he going to pick you when you're talking about getting your money right and focusing on yourself when you can go get with a girl who's going to make him the priority? And this is just this is comical to me because women want a top tier guy, but you guys are not willing to pay the top tier price for said guy. And what makes it even more ludicrous is that there's a lot of you. There's not a lot of him. And I don't.
And they never realize that until they're like no, these days they're not even 40 until they're like 45 and 50. Now some don't. Some still stay in that mindset that, you know what, I still want a guy who makes 6 figures. I still want a guy who's gonna accept me for the way I am and things like that. They never think, you know what would a man who I want from a woman? They don't care what men want from them. They only care what they want from a man. Crazy.
I think women understand like how common you guys are because we blow smoke up your asses to make you guys think that you're special, but you guys really aren't, man.
Common.
Like, this is why arranged marriages were such a thing, because women are so fucking dumb that they're not able to figure out, hey, you have a finite amount of time to find a guy. Right now, you're at your peak. By the time you're getting your money right, you're not going to be as hot. There's going to be a girl that's going to be 21 that has less bad habits, isn't as jaded, is going to submit to me, is going to follow my lead, is going to be problematic, and quite frankly, I don't give a fuck about her career. So why is a guy who has his shit together going to get with an older woman who's rambunctious, that makes her own money, is going to talk back to him, be fucking used and abused, have all this jaded background from men that have fucked her up before? Why would he deal with that?
And he doesn't have to.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of it. And I think that that's what we're realizing, that
really
we're not making you guys a priority because we do not want to.
So here's the thing.
Like, we do not want.
I agree with what she's saying. They don't want to. They don't care. Because how many times have men said, what do you bring to the table? And as soon as the man says, what do you bring to the table? They're like, oh, you must be gay. You must be sassy. You must like men. How dare you say what I bring to it? I'm the table. I'm the prize. They don't care. Well, number one, they're not taught what to give to a man. Most of them came from single mother households. So if they didn't see their own mother treat a man nicely, cook for a man, do things for a man, if they didn't see it in the house, it's going to be very hard for women to learn over time. You know, it's really, really hard. It's not as, you may think it's easy that, hey, a woman should know that a man wants a woman who can cook. But if she has never seen a woman in her life, you know, cook a meal for a man from scratch, she's going to be like, how dare, obviously with the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's and the Beyonce, and that's all these songs, the Megan Stallion of independent, you know, just popping the cheeks up and left and right, the WAP songs, all that influences their mindset. But it's like, it takes some kind of hard work and looking in the mirror and realizing, you know what, I want a man of this type, of this caliber. He needs something from me. Can I give it to him? Or maybe some of them realize they can't give the man what he wants, so they just give up.
To be with you guys,
if you're not gonna make men,
because you guys are always saying that, you know.
Stop for 2 seconds.
Let me just finish right quick though. Like, you guys are always saying that you're cheating.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
You did it to him?
Yeah.
No, you do it to him.
Like, and
I was just talking.
And that's the problem. You're just talking. You're not listening, right? I'm telling you
Go ahead.
men, we expect certain things from women, but the thing is that our standards aren't as high as you guys. So it's easier for us, especially if we're attractive, to replace you. Okay. But I just find it crazy to me how, like, women want a relationship, they want a top tier guy, but they're not willing to put in the work to get said top tier guy. If you only want it, you're probably not gonna get it because you need it to get that caliber guy. Or
Can I ask a question?
Or you in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're fucking broke or they don't have their shit together. So you're gonna have to either settle on a lower status guy or fix your priorities, put a top tier guy at the top of your priority list, and then acclimate to him. But most women don't want to do that. You guys want to have your career, you guys want to be hoes, you want to live your life, you want to go ahead and put off marriage and a family. That's fine, but don't expect me to come down the road and fucking rescue you.
It's
not happening.
It's a reason why men. It's a reason why males and females were created to be on Earth, to need one another.
Of course,
we cannot exist on Earth apart.
And we're not equal.
Then we're not equal.
We're not equal. We're not supposed to be equal. No one says we're equal.
The problem
That's
is
silly in itself.
The problem is the women before now understood men, right? So women.
If they understood what's told.
If a woman, she understood men, because a woman, if she heard a man cussing, she would not go back and forward with a cussing man. She already know he has a nasty mouth, so she wouldn't even speak in his presence. He might call her a bitch. Today's women will speak in the presence of a filthy mouth man and get offended by being disrespected. You already heard he's a disrespectful man, so why engage him? Today's women didn't go back and forward with a man. They listen. Because how can you conquer that if you're not hearing what he's telling you? He'll tell you how to beat him. If you listen to him, he'll tell you how to beat him.
don't listen.
So most women sat and listened and allowed things to happen so she can have leverage. Why you think Hillary Clinton didn't leave Bill? And all of a sudden she became powerful.
Yeah, I just like my thing is it's just crazy to me how women, right, will put men at like the bottom of the priority list and then still expect the top tier guy and have high standards.
Yeah,
if you're going to
that's
put men at the bottom of the priority list and you're going to focus on yourself, well, be prepared to be disappointed by the men that come into your life.
And single.
Because guys that have their shit together, they're like, yo, you need to follow what I do. Who cares about your career and all this other shit? Like, but if you want to, you know, put your career in place or wait until you know, find a guy when you're older, unfortunately, the men you're going to attract are not going to be the highest caliber guys that you want. So you got to pick one. You want to have a career and, you know, wait until later on in life, you might not get the top guy because as you get older, your sexual market value goes down. And inversely, as the guy gets older, his sexual market value goes up. So
It goes up if the man's sexual market value goes up if his money is right. You know, so guy, I'm just letting you know, just because you're getting older and getting bored like me, if the money isn't right, women still don't care. She will still choose. That's why women prefer older, rich men. Keyword, rich men. Yes, they're older, but they're rich, rather than deal with the pretty young broke men. Now they'll have them on the side for sure, but long term, once they realize they're tired of the streets or they want to settle down. When you hear a woman talking about settling, she wants to settle down. She's tired of playing games. She's ready to commit. Most likely, she wants a rich guy to provide.
So what is a market woman for you in the sense of, since you're using that verbiage?
what is it? What? A market woman?
Yeah, when you're saying that even if a man has
you mean like a high sexual market value female?
Yeah, so you're saying that if a man
18
has
to
all
24,
that, and a
doesn't
woman
talk
is
too
waiting,
much, not annoying. She's quiet, only speaks when spoken to, doesn't embarrass him in front of his friends, acts like has feminine tendencies. The problem is that women are too masculine nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And this comes from feminism. This comes from you guys pursuing money. This comes from you guys pursuing education. And look,
Chris,
I understand.
Education?
Yeah, education does masculinize you, yeah.
I disagree, but keep going.
No, I think it does. I agree.
Because
we have the ability to communicate and say
Why-
something back.
No, because some people you need to learn certain
Why are you going to
things,
school?
but,
You're going to
know.
school. Most people don't go to school just to go to school. They're going to school to be educated, to go ahead and pursue a career, which puts you in a competitive marketplace, which is inevitably going to make you, is going to masculinize you to a degree. Now, right? Does this mean every single girl? No. But what I am saying is that women of today are far more masculine than women of 1955. The women of 2025 act more like men than the women in 1955.
I agree with that. I agree with that in a sense.
But don't
when
you think there's a
said the word
necessity there for some
education,
people?
So let me ask you this. So, like, why should a guy work his ass off, acquire resources, go to the gym, build himself up, etc., to get a woman that's going to be half as feminine as a woman 50 years ago?
That's what I was asking you in the sense when you said that when a man has his stuff together, shit together, but quality of a woman fits in where, in a sense of she shouldn't have to do certain things, or she shouldn't have to put in qualifications for what it is that she's doing versus you being the man.
Well, God,
I don't really understand her question.
God created the woman to be the helpmate. So once she goes to get a career, where's my helpmate at? So when she go get a career, what about our babies, our kids? We done decided to make a baby together.
Okay.
Who gonna raise them?
But why did she have to get that career? She needed to help her husband,
no.
right?
Let me
At some point.
let me just take a job.
No. They don't go to school to get degrees to help men. They do it for themselves. Remember, they're independent and strong and don't need no man. That came from somewhere, clearly. And that's the crazy part. They go to school, get the degrees, get the money, and still want men to provide and save their money. Yo, that's like the biggest scam any man can take on. Like, you're going to take on a woman who went to school to get a degree. She has a career. Let's say you find her making like $200,000. But when you find her making all this money, she wants you to now start paying her bills. Because if she's making $200,000, her lifestyle is probably up here. So you're going to come in. Let's say you make around the same. Now you're going to be the provider because you are a real man. But in the meantime, it doesn't mean she's going to stop working and stay home, cook your meals and take care of the kids. No, remember, she's still strong. She went to school for all these degrees, so she's probably going to keep working. What happens is they want you to come in, pay the bills, they're going to work and save their money. And anytime they can divorce you, still want half of your shit, but they still save their money the whole time. That's a scam to me. I mean, that sounds like a casino kind of type shit.
Most women went and got the education and the career for freedom and to have a voice to be seen as an equal.
Yep.
Freedom or lack thereof that wasn't being done.
I think it was a more necessity. Like if you have to provide, or if maybe he's ill, something happens at home, you need to help.
Our grandparents
you do your best to help the family.
Our grandparents had 15, 16 kids. In
Well,
2-bedroom households. So when the woman has to go to work, who's raising the family? We no longer have a family.
That's true.
So your nature is to be in the family.
I think a lot of women nowadays want to stay home, but I think a lot of men don't want
They
to
don't
be
have the
sole
ability.
provider. They want to do 50-50.
Sometimes it can be hard, right?
Some can be.
Women don't
So
want to
if
tell.
he's trying his best,
So past survival
That's
though.
okay.
So why did you let me get you pregnant then?
cannot.
So why did you let me get you pregnant then?
Touche.
You let me get you pregnant.
I'm not talking about the
No.
to that part. I'm talking about just dating.
Hold on. No. Listen. See, this is what I'm hearing. We're getting away from the origins of man and woman. Man was created to do one thing. Woman was created to do another thing with a nature. Why are we going against our nature?
And per se, what was a man built to do, and what was a woman built to do?
I think you're absolutely right.
So let's go back to
Adam and Eve.
There you go.
The man, the woman, we all have our place.
God gave man an identity before he had a woman. Not only that, he had a job and an assignment. Be fruitful, be dominion, and multiply with instructions. He had the woman to help him do this. Today's women don't want her man out there. She wants it
doesn't
in
want
here.
the helpmate.
No. She wants to control his nature. Where you going? Where you been? She wants to control his nature, and she wants to compete with him.
Right.
So she's not in her nature, because today's women focus more on what men do and what women do. You don't cook, you don't clean, so you're not doing what women do. You're competing with men.
That's facts, man. Shout out to Myron and Charleston White. Shout out to you guys in the chat. I see